Hello, I'm Helen, the Dynamic Dipper from Morecambe. So today I have a selection of earplugs and I'm going to talk to you about how to properly seal your earplugs and its little trick, and also we're going to review some of the ones that I have bought over the years that haven't been successful. Today we're at Devoke water, which is up near Eskdale in the West Lakes in Cumbria. Really beautiful. I'll just move out of the way so you can look. We're quite high up, and Devoke water is known to be quite colder than the other bodies of water in the lakes. But actually, just for reference, I've taken the temperature today and we're in the middle of March and it's 6.4 degrees. So it's not that chilly actually, it's not much different than the bodies of water that are lower down in the lakes. This video today is going to speak to you about earplugs. So some people experience seasickness when they're swimming. I mean, obviously swimming in the sea they will experience seasickness, but sometimes they experience it even more to do with an imbalance in the ears. And then what also happens is at the end of your swim, when you come to the shore and you come to stand up, some people report that they feel dizzy. And the thing that can lessen that is to wear earplugs in both ears. So today I have a selection of earplugs and I'm going to talk to you about how to properly seal your earplugs and its little trick, and also we're going to review some of the ones that I have bought over the years that haven't been successful. So I have a perforated eardrum from childhood, from too much swimming probably, and when I was younger. So it has remained perforated, it never healed itself. And so I have to be very careful in terms of which earplugs I pick, and also for them to be sealed properly. So that's what this video is going to talk to you about today. Okay, first up is the Speedo Biofuse earplug. Ignore the lap down here. As you can see, the design here is like this. Okay, so smaller down the ear canal, and you can sort of put it in enough so that this is just sort of touching the outer ear, this bit here, to be able to remove it. Now I'll tell you why that wasn't a successful earplug, because around here, inside the inner ear here, the water could still get down and trickle down. Not so bad if you haven't got a perforated eardrum, because that water will hopefully trickle out later on after you've got out of the pool or out of the lake. I didn't find them comfy either, and so I carried on looking, and we moved on to ZOGS Aquaplugs, P-L-U-G-Z. Okay, and these were a little bit more successful because, as I'll show you now, they sealed the inner ear here. So they did cover some of this bit here so that the water couldn't trickle down into the ear canal, and you still could hear a little bit with them in as well. So they were a little bit more successful, but they weren't completely brilliant. I don't know whether you can see there. They weren't completely brilliant in keeping all the water out. So then I moved on to something else. Okay, so the third thing I did was I went and got a custom one fit. You can get those at Specsavers, but you can also get them through the audiology department if you do have any sort of ear problems. As you can see there, that space is totally sealed, and I will just advise you in a bit about how to completely seal it. Okay, so it covers the whole ear, inner ear there, and that's pretty good at keeping the water out. If you can't get or if you don't want to get custom fit earplug, then this is the next best alternative. These are called Putty buddies. Now Speedo do their version, and so do ZOGS, but I think these are the better ones because they're more squishable, they're more mouldable, and so they come in these colours here, green, so that you can find them easily in your swim bag. And I'll just demonstrate how effective they are, okay, in terms of sealing the whole space inside there. Okay, can you see that they are, that there, the whole of the inner ear is sealed there? And you might think that it might be difficult to get out, but in fact they're not. It just comes out in a lump like that. You can just put it back into its case. So I thought that they were good. Putty buddies. They're probably the best that I have got, apart from my custom made earplug. For you to properly seal your plugs, okay, and it's really important because it will stop that seasickness feeling, it will stop the dizziness feeling when you stand up, and also, obviously, crucially, it will stop ear infections and Swimmies' ear. Let's say you put your plugs in, and you can do this with your putty one as well. Okay, you put your plug in like this, and then you get some Vaseline. Is that the wrong way around? I don't know. You get some Vaseline, okay, and you just smear it outside of your plug here, okay, to give it an extra seal. The clear Vaseline is more, not this one, the clear Vaseline is more of a barrier than that one is, but you just spread it over your earplugs, and you can do that with these putties, it doesn't ruin them, and that's a better seal so that your water doesn't get in your ear canal. And so, if you want to find out whether the putty ones are for you or a custom made mould is for you before you sort of splash out on that at Specsavers or whatever, what you can do in the meantime is you can get some blue tack. I've got white tack, but you can get some blue tack and leave it on top of your radiator in the packet for a little while before you go out, or play with it a little bit to make it more mouldable, and then you can use it and mould it into the ear like this. Can you see? And then you can, you know, put your swim cap on, go swimming, and see whether that works. See whether there is any water in the ear. I don't know what people would say health and safety wise about putting blue tack in your ear, but I think it's relatively safe, okay, because then I can remove it like this. Okay, so that's pretty easy, and that's blue tack, and that will do the same job. You could also put your Vaseline over the top of the blue tack, and it wouldn't really make any difference. You might not be able to use it as many times as you can these, the buddies, but just to see if you like it, and to keep you going for a bit in case you need to order some more or you run out or whatever. So that's a little tip there. If you do find that you get water in the ear canal, you can buy things that stop you from getting ear infections as much. So I think it's called Swimmies, which is like drops that you put in the ear to encourage the water to come out, and also so that it doesn't inflame and become infected. So I think you can get that from Boots, chemists, Swimmies, and the other one is Ordisol, and I think it's like a spray that you put in the ear, and it encourages the water to come out, and actually your inner ear canal doesn't become inflamed. You can use that every time after you've been in the pool or in the lake or whatever. You can also make your own solution. This is only for people that haven't got perforated eardrums. So if you've got a perforated eardrum that hasn't healed over like me, I can't use those sprays and things to encourage the water to come out and clean the inner ear canal. So I'll just put a little bit of a warning on the bottom of the screen, not for people with current ear perforations. You can make your own solution, which is the same sort of thing as the shop bought, the Swimmies or the Ordisol, and it's 1 part vinegar and 1 part rubbing alcohol, and you put a few drops in there and it does the same sort of thing. So that's just a little tip for you also, how to keep your ears healthy when you're swimming, and so you can carry on swimming. It's brilliant. You know, some people I meet say, oh, I developed problems with my ears and I had to give up swimming and I really enjoyed it. Well, actually, if you buy the right plugs and you look after your ears, and you know, you do the thing with the 1 part alcohol and 1 part vinegar, it will work. And so those are my tips for today. So I'm going to go in now, 6.4, see how long I last. But obviously, totally beautiful. And the sun keeps coming out intermittently, so that'll be good. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. See how long I last. Whew, I don't know about that temperature gauge, don't think that's right, but anyway, the sun's come out now that I've come out. Typical. Anyway, okay, it's over and out from the Dynamic Dipper at Devoke Water. Bye!